Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? To be able to live a life, maintain a life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted and granted us with all the needed items in the form of the body shape, body parts, in the form of the organs, everything else. So, my dear friends and fellows, although every organ, every body part, every bone, every joint muscle is important, but the vital organs are the organs without which we can't live at all. The life doesn't. And this brain is a highly sensitive item, even out of the rest of the organs, rest of the vital organs. So I think that we need to take care of more than the rest of the organs as well. Although every organ, every body part is very important. So today we are going to talk about how to detox and how to reset our mind. Detoxification and resetting of the mind. So, that is the topic of our today's talk. And there are certain important points to be talked about, my dear friends and fellows. And once we are talking about the detoxification, the first thing which is, nowadays very much important, and that is the digital detoxification or the digital detox. And once we are talking about the digital detox, there are three points to be elaborated, to be talked about. And first of all, it is the, turn off notification, turning off notifications. So that is the number one thing. And silence your phone, silence your computer, and silence your other devices for a set period, not for all the time, not for all the time, but for a set period. So that is the first point of digital detox. And the second thing is that take breaks from the social media, taking breaks from the social media, and that is, avoid scrolling through feeds for a few days, avoid scrolling through feeds for a few days. So that is the second thing to be done. And the third and the last thing, as for the digital detox is concerned, it is about limiting the screen time and set a daily limit for TV, for phone, and for the computer use, etc. So the most important of all, which is much more time consuming, it is our smartphone, and limit the screen time. So that is the third and the last point as for the digital detox is concerned. Now, moving to the next segment of our today's talk, it is about the mindfulness and the relaxation. Mindfulness and the relaxation is the second point, and there are, 4 points as for the mindfulness, as for the mindfulness, and as for the relaxation are concerned. The number one thing is meditate, and it is start with a short session somewhere between say 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, another 5 to 10 minutes in the evening, and then keep increasing it gradually and take it to the 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, or at least once only 30 minutes, either in the morning or in the evening. So that is the, so my dear friends and fellows, it is the meditate. As for the, the second thing is practice deep breathing, practice of the deep breathing, and inhale deeply through the nose. Then it is the hold, inhale deeply, hold, and exhale slowly through the mouth. So that is the practice deep breathing. Now the third point, as for the mindfulness, as for the relaxation is concerned, the third point is the yoga or the tai chi. That is the third point. Engage in the gentle stretches, engage in the gentle stretches, you know and the engage in the gentle stretches and movements to calm your mind. Engage in the gentle stretches and the movement, so my dear friends and fellows, and to calm your mind, to calm your mind, engage in the gentle stretches and the tai chi, that is the yoga or tai chi. Now, the fourth and the last point, as for the mindfulness, as for the relaxation is concerned, the fourth point is listen to the calming music. Listen to the calming music, and the music which calm you actually, it is the nature sounds, and classical music or white noise can help. That's very good. It is the nature sounds, the sounds of the birds, or the sounds when the air is blowing and the leaves of the tree are creating any sort of that is any sort of voice. It is not any lesser than the music, and it is actually classical music or white noise can help. White noise means it doesn't there is a noise with the rhythm, but there is no such thing as actually which is keeping you seeking your attention, and that is actually are disturbing you. It is called the white noise. So my dear friends and fellows, there are now let's move to the we talked about the digital detox, we talked about the mindfulness and relaxation, and now we are going to talk about the physical detox, how to physically detox ourselves, how to detox ourselves physically. So my dear friends and fellows, it can be done by physical detox. Stay hydrated, that is the number one thing. We need to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day, so that is stay hydrated. Now the second thing, as for the physical detox is concerned, it is about the exercise and engage in the physical activity. Engaging in the physical activity like walking, like jogging, or like recycling. That is, engage in the physical activity like walking, like jogging, like recycling, like cycling. So that is the exercise, any sort of exercise which suits you, which is easier for you. Now, the third point, as for the physical detox is concerned, it is about eat a balanced diet. Eating a balanced diet, and it is focus on the whole foods. Focus on whole foods, fruits, and the vegetables. Now, the fourth point, as for the physical detoxification is concerned, it is the get enough sleep, getting enough sleep. It is aim for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep, aiming for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night. So these that is the physical detoxification. Now, dear friends, we are going to talk about the mental clarity, and it is the number one. And there are 4 points as far the mental clarity is concerned. The first point is the journaling for the mental clarity. It is write down your thoughts, write down your thoughts, your feelings, and the items upon which you need to be grateful. Writing down your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, and the reflection on your experiences. And of course, it is the gratitude and the things upon which we need to be grateful for, no matter how small something is. Do not ignore something at all as something trivial, not at all. Once unfortunately it is not with us, only then we will be able to understand how important it was. So it is far better that we grateful before it's too late, and that is about the be grateful. And the second point is set boundaries, setting of boundaries. And set boundaries, we talk about learn to say no and prioritize self-care. Learning to say no and learning to prioritize self-care. So this is the second point about the mental clarity. The third point is practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. I think this gratitude actually means stop complaining, minimize the complaining, minimize the criticizing, and maximize the appreciation of being grateful of whatever you are using, whatever you are benefiting from. So it is actually practice gratitude, and it is practice gratitude mean reflect on the positive aspects of your life, reflecting on the positive aspects of your life. So that is practice gratitude. So, my dear friends and fellows, there are, blessings in our life, but unfortunately, we, many of us, are focused upon what we are lacking instead of being focusing on what we are possessing. And the right thing is that shifting our focus, the right thing is that shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. That is how we can become more grateful, and that is how we can be happy as well. So, my dear friends and fellows, those people, if at all we are focused upon what we are lacking, so we can never ever remain a happy person at all. But if at all we have shifted our focus from what we lack to what we have, that is the right way, the best way, and maybe the only way to become a happy person. So that is practice gratitude. Now, the fourth and the last item, as for the as for the mental clarity is concerned, it is about seek nature, and seek nature mean spend time outdoors, spending time outdoors, and it is whether walking, hiking, or simply sitting in a park. Walking, hiking, or simply sitting in a park. So that is seek nature. So these are the 4 points as for the mental clarity is concerned. Now, at the end of our today's talk, let's talk about certain additional tips as well. Certain additional tips as well, and these are also four in number. Number one, it is take breaks. Take breaks and allow yourself time to rest and recharge. Allowing yourself time to rest and recharge. So that is the point number one as for the additional tips are concerned. Now the second point is seek sport. Seeking sport, and it is contact with the family, with the friends, or a therapist. Contacting with a family, contacting with a friend, and or contacting with a therapist for emotional support. And it is the third point as for the additional tip is concerned. Take breaks, seek support, mean contact with the family, friend, or therapist, and practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion. And as for practice self-compassion mean that in case of any mistake, do not harshly criticize yourself. Rather, treat yourself with the kindness, with the understanding, with the patience. So that is, and that is practicing self-compassion. And lastly, the last point is set realistic goals. Setting up realistic goals. The goals, which are very realistic, very clear, very realistic as well. Unrealistic goal mean nothing but the wastage of time. And do not please waste your time. The time is precious. Set realistic goals and breaking down of large tasks into manageable, achievable steps. Breaking down, break down large tasks into manageable, achievable steps. Remember, so these are actually additional tips. Earlier, we talked about the mental clarity. Earlier, we spoke about the physical detox, and also there was a discussion on mindfulness and relaxation and the digital detox as well. So, my dear friend, all of these are highly important tips for lot of benefits, and that is all from me today. Thank you very much.